All right, so I just picked and announced the winner of our giveaway in my Skool community for the Bamboo A1 3D printer. So congratulations to Drozos. If you are interested in joining my Skool community, I am running a 7-day free trial, and we do giveaways like this to win 3D printers. All right, guys, so check this out. Past 30 days, over 10,000 orders. I don't know if you can see that, but there you go. And so let's talk about that for a little bit. Over 10,000 units in the past 30 days. I did a little bit more. It was actually closer to about 15 to 20,000. I don't have the exact number off the top of my head, but I wanted to talk about the topic of today's video, and that is basically the print on demand versus the print to stock fulfillment method that's generally seen with 3D printing, right? There's obviously other ways you can make money with 3D printing. You can do B2B, business to business. You can do what I do, which is B2C, which is business to consumer or customer, whatever it's called. But I sell, I manufacture things and I sell directly to the end consumer. I don't sell to other businesses. I don't do wholesale, none of that. So I'm B2C. I would assume that most people who are selling on e-commerce are B2C type business structures. But I wanted to talk about two unique styles of running and managing a 3D print farm and what you can do with 3D printing. So the first one is called print on demand. Print on demand, you probably kind of guess what that name infers, is when you print something that you sell. So for instance, if you sell on Etsy, an order comes through for something on your Etsy store, you have a listing, you don't have it made, it's not like already made, and you go off and send the print file to your 3D printer. Maybe it's a custom item with their name on it. Maybe it consists of custom colors that you have on your listing that they can choose from. So that's a print on demand type of business model, is that you're basically printing out things as you get the demand for it, as you get the orders for it. So yeah, so that's pretty much what a print on demand type of business is, basically printing things as you get the orders for it, like you're fulfilling orders as they come in. Right, so what I do is called a print to stock fulfillment method, or manufacturing method, I should say. Is basically I am printing, 3D printing and manufacturing goods to keep them in stock here at my warehouse, and then later on I send them to Amazon, I sell them to Walmart, I send them to Walmart. So I print, so you can see, like for instance, all of my minis here, these are things I printed, right? I haven't sold any of this stuff yet. This has not been sold. This, we have eggs, we have all my turtle clickers over there. All of these things I printed out and I have not sold any of them yet. What this allows me to do is it allows me to control, first of all, how much, what I'm printing and whatnot, but it allows me to prepare for the busy season, which is typically Q4 for this type of stuff. You've probably seen back in my previous videos that I started printing to stock probably around August of this year. So basically August, September, October, November, 4 months of production is where I'm printing everything that, and these are things that I have not yet sold, right? These are things that I'm printing that I anticipate the demand for them in Q4. And so I prepare and 3D print everything, and I'm able to do this type of volume in just a short amount of period, because realistically, it's pretty near impossible to manufacture, 20,000 units of something in a 3 to 4 week time span. I mean, it's probably possible, but you would need a lot more you would need a lot more 3D printers, right? I have 147 3D printers. You can probably do some calculations on how many actual units I can produce per day, but it's going to be nowhere near $20,000 in 4 weeks of production. So this is why I'm able to pump out these type of numbers with this print farm. Now, what you don't see is basically from August to November, December, sales are kind of, they're kind of stagnant. We get 50 orders a day, somewhere around there, right? But then during Q4, with the anticipation of, most of these being toys and gifts and items that people buy for Christmas, we're able to do 10,000 plus units in such a short amount of time. Whereas if you're doing a print on demand model, it's not possible to scale that way. unless you have a much bigger operation, unless you have a lot of printers and a lot of manpower. Now don't be fooled, that 10,000 plus unit was only on Amazon. I did a good amount of business on Walmart, and I did a good amount of business on TikTok. So TikTok, we did about 5,000 or 6,000 individual pieces, and those were things that we were printing that we had here at the warehouse. And at some point for about a 2 to 3 week period, everything in the print farm was on a print on demand type of business model. So I converted a hybrid. I sort of had like a hybrid model where the first from August to November I was printing to stock, and then from basically Black Friday all the way to Christmas, all the way up to yesterday really, everything was kind of printing things that we were selling on TikTok, we were selling on Etsy, we were selling on other platforms where we didn't have the stock already. So we had to print it and then ship it to the customer. We didn't have it in stock because all of our stock was already shipped out to Amazon, or they were at Walmart. So now I think if you're doing a 3D print business even from your house, I think, and maybe this is the first time you've experienced Q4, right? Q4 is a complete and total rush of, especially if you're selling like these fidget animals, dragons, basically any type of gifts that people would buy for Christmas. These things just sell like hotcakes. And what will happen is, it's already Christmas Eve. Sales are already slowing down significantly from what we had for the past few weeks, right? And that is the expectation, and that is the reality of the situation, right? People just aren't buying in Q4 after Christmas. People have already bought their gifts, and there's a lot of buyer fatigue, right? We're going into the new year. People are saving up for money. And so there's going to be a 2 to 3 week period of like lulling and really just slow sales overall. And that, right, I've been doing this for quite some time. That's just the norm. And so this gives you a good time, if you have a print farm, to just start printing things that did well, right? You can, so my plan for 2025 is kind of the same plan that I implemented this year, is that I'm going to be focusing on the winners that I had for this year and previous years, and then using a significant portion of my print farm to print those items. And then I'm using a handful of printers to test new products. It does take quite a bit of time to create the listings on different marketplaces, take videos, take photos. So that is what I'm planning to do, is basically just triple down on my winners from this year, and then going into next year, printing out new products, testing new products on the market. You never know what's going to sell well. These designers these days are coming out with so many different designs every day. And so like this is the Steampunk Dragon by Cinderwing 3D. Yeah, that's just the two type of different models that you can do, print to stock versus print on demand. Again, what I do is for a couple months during the year where sales are typically slow, you can move your business into a print to stock model, right? It doesn't hurt you to print these items and stock them, right, without selling them. If you can anticipate how these are going to sell during Q4, and you're prepared, right? If this is the first time you've experienced the Q4 rush, right? Next year you can prepare yourself. You can prepare yourself by having your best-selling products that you had for this year, print them, print to stock, right? But now, obviously, space is a huge issue as well. Maybe you don't have the space for it, but printing them to stock, and then you will be much more prepared to get more sales during Q4. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm kind of just ranting at this point. I guess you kind of get the idea of what I'm trying to say. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'll try to get to them. But yeah, just my thoughts is like, it's really impossible to sell 20,000 pieces in 4 weeks with 150 3D printers. Even if you would probably need to have like a print farm of maybe 500 plus printers to achieve that amount on a print on demand type of model. So that's why I prefer the print to stock. We're already preparing for our next holidays next year, right? We have Valentine's Day coming up, and then Easter. We might do a little bit of St. Patrick's Day stuff. I don't know. Probably not, because it's such a small holiday. I don't really want to waste my time with that. But we'll see. So now that the Q4 rush is over, we're restocking. We're getting all of our items basically restocked on all the marketplaces. Even here at the warehouse, we're completely low on inventory of a lot of things. So we're just restocking, fixing all the printers. This one has a note, AMS no good. So we got to go back, do some maintenance on a lot of these printers. AMS units are down. Not sure exactly why, but obviously I'm not going to worry about that today since tomorrow is Christmas. I did order a bunch of 0.6 nozzles, so we're going to test that on these printers. Evan was experiencing a lot of clogging with, I guess, the silk, the dual and tricolor silk. So hopefully the 0.6 nozzles will help. We'll see. So that's where we're at now. We're just basically focused on pumping out products to get to stock, to replenish our inventory. And yeah, we're also coming out with a couple new products, which I'll be showing you guys in some later videos. They aren't ready yet. And yeah. So this is a sneak peek of some of the newer things we're coming out with. Look at that guy, it's a parasaur. It's a parasaur. On another note, this probably doesn't apply to many of you, but I just want to share my experience is that with all of the things that we were printing to stock over the past couple of months, August was really the month that we started sending stuff out to Amazon specifically. And just for those of you who are selling on Amazon, I made a huge mistake by sending this product in early. So I sent stuff in August, September, October, November, 4 to 5 months before the Q4. Like, sales really started to pick up after Black Friday, right? I'm sure most of you guys have experienced that, but my inventory was sitting at Amazon for about 3.5 months, and we incurred a lot of storage fees, more than I kind of want to share, but actually, you know, I will share. Yeah, so we incurred about 6,000 to 8,000. I don't know the exact amount because December reports haven't come out yet, but basically from August until December, we incurred about 8,000. Actually, it was probably more. In the past 2 months, we incurred 3,500 each month. So I'm sure we paid a significant amount in September and October. I'm sorry, September and August. So we incurred a good amount in storage fees. Now, this was obviously my mistake because I didn't communicate this with Evan and Chris on what things to send out. I just kind of just told them, like, the stuff you print, just send out right away. So in hindsight, I probably should have kept inventory here and then waited until, let's say, like October or end of October, middle of October, to send stuff out to Amazon, because you are paying storage fees for inventory that sit at Amazon's warehouse that don't sell, right? They're not going to let you just send in inventory for free and have the inventory just sitting at their warehouse taking up space. So they do it by cubic feet. Obviously, the stuff I smell is very small anyway, so it's like, you know, the size of an egg, or my minis are in an egg. So that's typically the size that of the items that I send to Amazon. So it's not a big item, but if you have the space in your house or wherever you're, you know, manufacturing these things with your 3D print farm, and you do plan to use Amazon and FBA, my suggestion for you is just to keep that in mind. Also in Q4, from I think October to December, storage fees are 2.5 to 3x what they normally would be, just because of the Q4 season. Amazon is going to charge you extra to keep inventory there for storage, because they don't want people to send in stuff that doesn't move, right? They don't want, if you're going to send it in, it's a premium basically, and rightfully so, because on Amazon I did about 4 to 5x what I did on TikTok and Etsy combined, and Walmart combined actually. So I I try to teach this in my community for a lot of people who are trying to make money with 3D printing. Right, we talk about Amazon, Amazon handmade, Amazon FBA best practices here and there. So I'm gonna wrap this one up, but if you guys are interested in trying to make a little bit of money, I am running a 7-day free trial in my Skool community. The link is in the bio. You can sign up, look at stuff. I just gave away a A1 3D printer for free as a giveaway to one of the members of the community. We'll be doing another giveaway next month in January for the A1 combo, and hopefully I'll be able to reach out to other 3D printing manufacturers to maybe have a sponsored segment of those giveaways here and there or not. But again, if you're interested, 7-day free trial. Christmas Eve, we're gonna head out for the day. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a safe holiday and Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays. That's a safe one. To everybody out there, and I'll see you guys in the next video.